Okay, parents, I'm here today to help coach you through sanitizing your pump and pump parts. I had two babies in the NICU, and knowing that the quality of milk was dependent on the sanitation of our pump and pump parts, cleaning this was extremely important to me. Well, cleaning and sanitizing your pump parts is a very important way that you can help support your partner while they're going through this pumping process. So let's get started. First step in this process is just making sure that you have a clean pump. So making sure that you wipe your power switch, your speed dial, and your pump settings down. And as well, making sure that we have a clean surface to sanitize our equipment. After you clean your pump, we're going to make sure that we have all of our pump parts, such as our hose, our flanges, our caps for our bottles. We have our membrane, we have our valves, and we have our connectors, as well as the bottles that we've emptied the milk from. Any of the parts that touch the breast or breast milk need to get washed either under running water or the dishwasher. You want to make sure that you use a specific basin just for your pump parts instead of using the sink. This will help keep bacteria from getting on your pump parts. And when cleaning the pumps, you want to make sure that you have a brush that's specifically for these pump parts, because you don't want to use anything that you used for the barbecue grill last week. The first step is to fill the wash basin with hot water and soap. Next, you're going to add your pump parts in and then run some warm soapy water over them to clean them. After you rinse your parts, you're going to make sure you put them on a specific drying rack just for your pump parts. You can also clean these parts in the dishwasher. Just make sure that you put it on the hot water cycle and that it has a heated drying cycle at the end for sanitary purposes. The smaller pieces like your valves, I'll put those in a closed top basket simply because we don't want those to get lost, damaged, or stuck in the bottom of the dishwasher. When you're removing these pump parts from the dishwasher, you want to make sure that you have clean hands. And if there's any moisture left on these parts, make sure that they sit on the rack to air dry. You want to avoid using a dish towel simply because we don't want to transfer any germs that we already have cleaned off in this previous wash. In some cases, if you get milk in your tubes, you may have to clean those. So you would want to use some warm soapy water, and whenever you're done, you're going to rinse them in cold water. And after that, we're going to shake them dry, free of any moisture or water droplets. And then we're just going to simply hang them over the cabinet to dry. Another way to get that extra moisture out of your tubes, you can actually attach them to the pump and let it run for about 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, so that's cleaning your parts. Now, every day, you'll want to sanitize your pump parts. And there's 2 ways to do so. One is with a quick clean steam bag that you can use in your microwave, or 2, you can actually use a pot of boiling water. With this quick clean bag, you make sure that you use clean parts after you wash. You don't have to let them dry, but you do not want to load your membranes or pump tubes in this bag because they will melt. When measuring your water for your bag, you can actually use the pump bottle to measure out 2 ounces. Depending on your setting is going to determine how long this bag stays in the microwave. So just make sure you read the back of your bag to help determine how long this bag needs to stay in there for your parts to be sanitized. So whenever you're taking this out of the microwave, make sure you use the pinch points, the hole spots for your bag, because it's extremely hot. You're going to dump out your water. And for any extra water that's left on your parts, you're going to make sure you place them on a drying rack for these to dry. Another option for sanitizing your pump parts is to use a pot of boiling water. You want to make sure all of the parts are submerged for at least 5 minutes. When removing your parts, you want to make sure we use a clean pair of tongs to place them on a drying rack. I know this seems like a lot, so whenever you keep repeating this process, you're gonna get better at it. I know you're tired. I know that you feel like nothing's going right, but doing this right here is one big step in making sure that baby gets out of that NICU or hospital pretty quick, because understanding that you have good quality clean milk going into these bottles gives that baby the fighting chance that they need. Stay strong and keep believing that things are gonna get better.